Hello and welcome to this Excel tutorial. Today we'll be going over named ranges. Now what are named ranges? Well, they're an easy way of applying a label to a specific selection of data, where it be whole rows, whole columns, bits of rows, bits of columns, and just wherever you essentially want to name some data, you can apply a name to it, and then when you put that name into square brackets, it will select that data. So named ranges, when you create them, will appear in this top left. It's called the name box. You notice that the name box identifies the cell you're at. When you have named ranges, it will identify the named range as well. So let's start with two ways of creating named ranges. The first way is by individually creating the named ranges itself. So this is mainly for non-tabulated data. So you select what you want named, you go to formulas, define names, and you press define name. You have a box here, you have a comment if you want, press OK. You notice in the name box you have numbers. So now you can go set numbers like that, or you can have equals sum, and you have numbers. That didn't quite work. You have equals sum, and you have this numbers. You see exactly. So that's the benefit of named ranges. You can have equals sum. Type in the name, you have it here, done, there it is. Just to prove it, that sum's 55, sum numbers 55, and you have equals sum equals 55. So, and now to get rid of the named range, if you no longer want it, or you want to save some memory, because named ranges do take up some memory, and if you want to shrink files or if you want to make them work a bit quicker, getting rid of named ranges is a very good way. So you click on to get rid of them, name manager, click on the name you want to delete, press delete, and it's gone. Simple and easy. So that's for non-tabulated data. For data in a table, you'd want to do something called create from selection. You see here, so you select the data. So let's call this cost metrics. So you select the data. I'll come back to the other column in a second. Press create from selection. So this, I want the top row and the left column. That is what I want. Replace existing definition of sales. Yes, 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 yes. Because there are two of everything. That is why. And then now you can go to named ranges and you'll see these. Year 2, year 1 is selected. If I go to year 5, you can do that. Same as that. And also it's quite versatile. You can put equals year, say 5 minus year 1. Come up with a value because you have multiple selections, but you get the idea. And so if you want to get rid of them again, you can now have more, so you select them all, press delete. Now if you wanted to just have one selection of each, do the same thing, and now the error message didn't appear because there's one of every value. So let's delete those again. So let's go to another way of creating named ranges. So you select the table again, and now you go to you have to format it as a table, which is if I can find it. Home, here, format as table. Hold on, let me get that again. Format as table. Let's put it like that. Yes, you want to get the selection there. My table has headers. There we go. And as you'll see here, table 3 has become a named range. So, benefit of this, it has a thing called flash fill. What does that mean? Basically means you type in a formula here and you automatically fill the rest of the column in that table with the same formula. So as you see here, you have named ranges, cost metrics, and column 2. Press enter, and all of these will populate. Very useful. And simply to get rid of this, if you don't want to use these named ranges, you can simply click on design. Once you select the whole table, convert to range. Convert to a normal range? Yes. And that will now get rid of everything. So none of the named ranges will appear. If you wanted to get rid of the formatting, you just clear formats. And then let's delete this, and we essentially end up where we started. So a shortcut to get to the create from selection menu is to press Control, Shift and F3, and you end up with exactly the same as if you went to create from selection. And that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and check out my channel for more.